Hey y'all, it's me again, Valerie. Welcome back to my yarn room. Yay! Okay, before we get started, I would like to invite anybody who hasn't to hit that word subscribe. When you do, give the videos a thumbs up, share them if you can, and leave me a comment. Alright, now that that's out of the way, what do y'all think about this stitch in front of me? Yes, before you say anything, it is a yarn eater, but it is gorgeous. And it is thick. It's really thick because it's a yarn eater. That's one way you can tell whether a stitch is going to eat up a lot of yarn or not. The thicker the stitch, usually the more yarn it takes. Okay. But, what do y'all think of that? And it looks the same on the front as it does the back. Y'all want to learn how to do this stitch? I know some of y'all probably won't never use it, but it's pretty easy to do. I'd say it's probably an intermediate level. Most of my patterns are probably beginner friendly. This one's more of an intermediate. But don't worry, even if you're a beginner, you can do this, because it's easy. Okay. To get started, we want to do a chain. Now, I'm using just number 4 worsted weight yarn. Matter of fact, it's a Red Heart Super Saver. And the color is minty. And the crochet hook I'm using is a J 6mm. The swatch that I just showed you, I used the exact same yarn, but I used a 5mm. Okay, to get started, you want to do a chain of an even number. Sorry, I was counting to myself. Alright, just like the swatch that I did with a 5mm that I just showed you, I chained 20 to start it. Now, I'm using a 6mm and I chained 20, because I want to show y'all also the difference between a bigger hook. Okay, go into the second chain from the hook, and I use the back bump and do a single crochet. And then I'm going to go in each chain and I'm going to do a single crochet. Okay? Alright, I'm not going to do all of them on camera. I have 4 there, and by the time you get down to the bottom, if you're just doing a swatch like me with 20, with a chain of 20, you'll have 19 single crochets. Alright, so I'm going to pause right here and I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, I'm back. And I've got my 19 single crochets because that one little turning chain right there, that don't count. That's just a turn. And I realized that I don't think I even told y'all what the name of this stitch was. Sorry about that. It is the bean stitch. Yes, like beans that you eat. Okay, so we're back down here and I've got my last single crochet. We're going to chain one and we're going to turn. Okay, right here in that very first stitch, we're going to go in and we're going to do a single crochet. Oh, and this is a 1 row repeat. Okay? So every single row is going to be done the exact same way. So that's how easy this is. But you always start and end with a single crochet. Alright, we are going to skip the next stitch. We are not going to yarn over, and we're going to go into the next stitch. We're going to draw up a loop. And then we go yarn over. Okay? Now, we're going to do that 3 times. So that counts as 1. Okay? So in the same hole, that counts as 2. And in the same hole, that counts as 3. Okay? And you should have, not counting your yarn over right there, 6 loops on the hook. So you're going to take that last yarn over and you are going to draw through all 6 of them and chain 1. Okay? Alright, hold on just 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Okay, I had a cat trying to get in my yarn room. I'm sorry about that. Okay, always remember to chain after you do your cluster. Okay, now, what we're going to do, we're not yarning over first. We're going to skip the next one. And we're going to go right here. We're going to draw up a loop and yarn over 3 times. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Not counting your yarn over, you'll have 6. So then you draw through all 6 and chain. And you do the exact same thing. Again, don't yarn over first. Go in to the, you skip 1, go into the next one. Draw up a loop and yarn over. Go in the same one, draw up a loop and yarn over. Go into the same one, draw up a loop and yarn over. And pull through all and chain. Okay, and you skip the next one. Don't yarn over. Go into the next one. Draw up a loop and yarn over. In the same hole, draw up a loop and yarn over. In the same hole, draw up a loop and yarn over. So, 6 right there. Pull through all of those 6 and chain. Skip a stitch. Do not yarn over. And go in the next one. Pull up a loop and yarn over. Pull up a loop and yarn over. Pull up a loop and yarn over. Still got 6. Pull through all and chain. Don't yarn over, skip one, and draw up a loop and yarn over. Draw up a loop and yarn over. Draw up a loop and yarn over. Pull through all 6 and chain. Couple more. This is like a crochet waltz here. Pull out some more yarn. Like I said, it is a yarn eater. It really is. I won't lie to you about that. But, well, I won't lie to you about nothing. But it's a gorgeous stitch. Alright, we're back down here at the end. Okay? We got 2. So what did I say? Yeah, we're going to do a single crochet right there. We're going to skip that one, just like we did at the beginning. And all through. And we're going to go right here into this one. And we're going to put a single crochet. And we're going to chain 1. And we're going to turn. Now see, it looks the same there as it does there. Okay, now this is where it might get to be intermediate. Okay. Alright, first off, we're going to go right here into that first stitch. And we're going to single crochet. Because like I said, you're going to begin and end each row with a single crochet. Okay, you want to turn your work to where the V's are facing you. So turn it up. You see that stitch right there? Okay. You don't go into that one. Go into that V right there. So just like the previous row, like I said, 1 row repeat. You're going to skip the first one after you do your single. You're going to skip that next stitch. And you're going to go into that next stitch. And incidentally, right after your cluster, it'll be right there. Always. So you skip that one, and right after your cluster, it's right there. And that's the repeat for the whole entire thing. 1 row. Okay, you can go in 3 times. And again, that'll be 6 on the hook, and if you can get your hook to work right, because mine sometimes does not want to work right. Well, my goodness. I snagged the yarn. There we go. And then chain. And then you do the same thing right after the cluster. You want to do it 3 times. And then yarn out. Okay, now if that happens, don't fuss. All you got to do is slowly pull your yarn out as you take your hook and work your hook back through. See? And then you yarn over and try it again. I'm having problems with this one. And I know I snagged my yarn again. There. Okay. And then chain 1. It ain't a big deal if you mess up like that. I do it all the time. I am not perfect. Okay, so we're going to try our 3 again, and hopefully this time my hook and yarn will work properly. Hey, there we go. Alright, let's do it again. I have a feeling my yarn's not going to... Oh, there it goes. Okay. I thought my yarn wasn't going to cooperate again. Cooperate? I don't know. I'm country, so some words I just have problems pronouncing. TT laughs at me because I'm not going to say the word because I can't pronounce it. But the other word for tinfoil, it's a metal or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I can't pronounce it. And TT laughs at me all the time. I say it real fast so people can't understand that I can't say it right. I guess it's just the country in me. Alright, we got 3 more. You see how I don't even need to look at where my stitches need to go because I know that it's right after the previous cluster. Pull out a little bit more yarn. Like I said, I mean, it's a yarn eater. Okay, now we got to put another cluster right there. I think. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Because you'll have the same amount of clusters on every single row. And that's no matter how many you chain. Just make sure when you chain that you chain an even number. And then right there in that last one, you want to go in and do a single crochet. Chain 1 and turn. But I'm not going to do all that. But that's all it is to it. And it's every single row is the same way. The exact same way. Alright, so like right here. Okay, that don't count because that's our chain 1. Okay, so you'll do a single crochet right here in this one. You'll skip this one. And right after your cluster, that's the one you'll work in and do your first cluster for this row. Okay, but I wanted to show y'all something. The difference between a 5mm and a 6mm. With the exact same yarn. But you see how my clusters are bigger than here? Well, not only that, but okay, let's line it up right here on this side. Okay. Now, let's move them together. With the 6mm, it's longer. Also, let's do it this way so I ain't got yarn. Okay, this is 4 rows with a row of singles on my chain. This is 2 rows with a row of singles on my chain. Look at the height difference. 1 more row and I'm going to be taller than 4 rows. So, when you work in something, if you want it to be, and this is a tighter stitch than this, because you can really see the holes in that stitch a little bit better. And in this one, it's like barely little bitty pinholes. So that's the difference between 5mm, 6mm, which y'all probably already knew that. But anyway, if you didn't, there you go. Okay. My daughter and my granddaughter are actually helping me come up with a series of crochet items, because the next holiday coming up is back to school. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure that some of y'all might have school-aged children, and some of y'all might have school-aged grandchildren. Heck, for all I know, y'all might have school-aged great-grandchildren. My mama does. My children are out of school, but I have school-aged grandchildren, or grandchild. I only have one. But believe me, she's a handful, so she's enough. Alright, but I'm gonna try to get some stuff going for back to school crochet items. Alright, that's gonna be all for today. And I will meet you back here in the next one for another grand adventure. Right here in Val's Yarn Room. Alright, I love each and every single one of y'all to pieces. Do something nice for somebody, even if it's just a smile. Try out this bean stitch, even if you just do a swatch. I still want you to try it. It's a beautiful pattern. It really is. I got some newbies, so I wanted to give a shout out to my new subscribers and personally thank y'all for subscribing to my channel. And I hope that you stick around and we can have fun together. Alright. I guess that's going to be all. Alright, so y'all get your crochet on. Bye, y'all.